up real estate guy here, doing a little something different for Sunday evening. Dinner! I'm gonna show you what we do and how we do it and how we roll. Behind the scenes, as always. Who are you? Cameraman who?
Camerman Dunham.
Buttermilk biscuits. Got a cup of buttermilk, 2 cups flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and basically a little tip for you when I did this. I just basically turned it into the ramekin while I was doing it until I measured out properly. And I got a teaspoon of the baking powder. So we're gonna take it into the handy dandy food processor. We're gonna put all the ingredients in the food processor. So now we're gonna add the butter. 6 tablespoons unsalted butter. Using a food processor is cool because it allows to add it with precision. So take a chunk of butter, drop it in. When they get kind of chunky, okay? That's a good chunky thing. Now we're gonna add our buttermilk. Important thing about adding buttermilk, same thing. Do a little handy dandy thing here. Add your buttermilk. Okay, we're back. Dough has been completely processed in the food processor, so now we're gonna take it out. We're gonna dump it onto the cutting board. And it's gonna be kind of chunky and wet, which is what you want. Chunky and wet, have too much flour. We have the dough all nicely kneaded down now. Now we're gonna make biscuits with this biscuit cutter 2000. It's a beautiful thing. It also doubles as a cup. Push it down, turn it. Push it down, turn it. Okay, so I've cut some. Now I'm gonna place these on the cookie sheet. This is kind of sticking. 450 degrees for about 10-12 minutes, and we're done. It's about to happen.
The timer's about to go off. And what do you know? It did.
Right on.
Now we gotta pull the biscuits out of the oven.
Right.
So don't burn.
Those look good. The cooling rack.
Cooling rack.
Looking good. Now, hot and fresh until dinner time. You get a bowl with a tea towel. Open the tea towel up. Biscuits from earlier. We're gonna add these hot biscuits. With those biscuits, cover them back up, and they stay nice and fresh until dinner time. Back later with fried chicken. Alright, so we're gonna start the potatoes, and then we'll start getting the fried chicken. Already peeled and cut the potatoes into squares, little chunks, if you will. Then come over here, drop them into the saucepan. So I always add butter to everything. So we'll put a splash of butter in that. Kosher salt. Has nothing to do with Sunday evening dinners, but we have flowers for Sunday evening dinner. The trick I learned from one of my clients named Najwa is you put ice cubes in the vase. Obviously, you cut the stems, add water, place the roses, and bam! You got roses for Sunday evening dinner. 2 tablespoons of paprika, 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We have our fried chicken, not yet fried, but our chicken legs in the buttermilk. It's been soaking for about 3 hours. We have our flour, which we're going to dredge it in. These are little containers from some Chinese food place. The cool thing about them is I dump in all the seasoning. Get the junk that's out there still, okay? And because they're in here, mixes it itself. So now we're going to dredge the chicken. We're going to put in the spice, then we're going to put in the flour, and then it's going to be ready to fry. Now, the chicken, stick it in here, like so, and just give it a little shake. Then we're going to go into the flour. Same lid works on both. Get our nicely coated. There we are, nicely coated piece of chicken. Tomatoes and onion. We're just going to kind of mix that around a little bit. And we're going to let that kind of... Okay, so now we're going to fry some chicken. This is a deep fryer. Yes, I have a deep fryer. Somebody asked Nikki one time, you guys got a deep fryer at home? And she said, well, yeah, the man hasn't had a drink in over 8 years. If he wants a deep fryer, he can have a deep fryer. So guess what? I got a deep fryer. So we're gonna place the chicken 2 at a time, opposite one another. See that? We're gonna shut it. I'm gonna set my timer for 4 minutes, and it's at 375. All right, here we are, taking the chicken out. First 2 pieces are done. And we're gonna stick them in this little pan right here. We're gonna slide it in the oven so it stays nice and warm. So in here we got the potatoes boiling. They should have done a little bit. And here we got the green beans sauteing and the tomato, onion, and garlic. All right, so now we're gonna make the mashed potatoes. Put the potatoes on the stove, drain them into the colander. Take off the water. And start boiling in. And we finish it off with a little bit of salt. So here it is, Sunday evening dinner. We got homemade mashed potatoes, homemade biscuits, buttermilk biscuits, deep fried buttermilk fried chicken, and sauteed green beans with tomatoes, onion, and garlic. All of it made from scratch, all of it made at home. Until next time, this is the Real Estate Guy and Jacob Taylor. See you later.